Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 with episode 4 of my Monster Feed the Bee server play series. Since last episode, I went ahead and upgraded some of my tools. I created a new hammer, and this is created with a cobalt head, some paper plates, and ardite handle, and I did the same thing for the excavator, and this allows me to mine fairly quickly. I went ahead and topped it off with fortune on my hammer. That way I can get more ores back whenever I mine them. And because of the speed level, it is really, really fast. So if I come over here, because I don't think I can see it on here directly, if I go back to the tool forge, I should be able to see what the current mining speed is. Right now I'm at a 23.3 mining speed. That is really fast, especially whenever you're taking into consideration that it's mining out a 3x3 section of the wall. So in this episode, I am going to go to the nether so that I can grab some blaze rods and start some power in my base, because looking through some of my chests, I keep losing things. I need to get an AE system started. I don't have a lot of the Certus quartz or the nether quartz yet, but I can do some resource gathering and come back as soon as I'm ready. Before I go into the nether, I think I should make some iron armor at least. I don't need that spectacular of armor right now, because I will replace this at some later date. But whenever I've been in the nether recently, the hellfish in the nether they kill me a lot. They're quite difficult whenever you're mining fast with a hammer. So I got my armor and I'm off to the nether. Even though I brought some of my good tools, I do need to be a little bit careful in here. Um, Otherwise, falling in lava is not very good with your tools. I've done that a couple of times already, and recreating the tools is not fun, especially whenever you don't have enough materials to recreate like the cobalt. So as you could probably see in different areas, the nether ores exist on the monster pack. So some of the lapis ores are kind of trolly in that whenever you see the lapis ores, you think that it's one of the cobalt ores. But even though it's not cobalt, lapis is still good, especially with the Tinker's Construct tools and being able to add fortune to them, or even the swords, you can apply luck. So while I'm here, I might as well grab some of the cobalt and ardite whenever I see it as well, because I completely ran out whenever grabbing or creating these tools. So let's just explore around, see if we can find a nether fortress. I did quite a bit before, and I still haven't found anything. These little blocks that you see here on the mini map, I went up to see what those are, and it looks like just random generation of bedrock. I do not understand why they're in that formation, or maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. I didn't dig up or down far enough to see what those little platforms are, but whenever I see those, it kind of makes me think that there's a structure. So let me just run, even though I can't run on ash blocks very well. I need to go ahead and pick up all of the quartz that I see, and that's not quartz, obviously. What is that? That is saltpeter. I don't have a use for that yet. I might have a use for it at some point. So let's go ahead and keep it for now, unless I need to empty my inventory for some other reason. The other thing that I've noticed about this nether, maybe it's because I'm only at Y level 44, I haven't seen any zombie pigmen. And I haven't heard any ghasts. So I don't know what's up with that. So whenever you're in the nether... Oh, nice. Cobalt. So I should be able to mine it with this hammer. There we go. That was actually pretty good. I don't usually see 3 cobalt next to each other. Oh, grab it, grab it. Okay, good, got it. I usually don't see 3 cobalt in a vein like that, so that's kind of a rarity. I don't like mining quickly in the nether, because the hellfish are in these blocks, and I don't think it's like silverfish, where certain blocks are just going to be silverfish. I think this is based upon how fast you mine. There might be a better way around this mess. I want to see if I can get up at a higher Y level. Maybe I'll have a little bit more luck with finding things up there and maybe better traveling. And I almost fell. So you gotta be very careful. And that's the other reason I want to get away from these huge lakes of lava. I mean, this is going to be convenient whenever I create a pump and try to pump out some of the lava for power generation. And there's those little guys. Where's my sword? I do not want to die here. Do not let me die here. This is not a great place to die. See if I can make it back around. I'm gonna retreat quite a bit. That was a close one. So, let's try a different direction, because I could still hear them up there. And I do not want to get close enough for them to knock me off the edge. So maybe this direction would be better. I did explore this way a little bit before, but I didn't have any luck in regards to structures. Looking at the mini-map, I think that this is one of those beehives. And you can get honey in that, or honeycombs. I do not remember which mod that is. So if we pass it, we might take a look. I know that the those bees that come out are pretty big, and they do a lot of damage. I don't know if my armor is going to be able to withstand any of the damage that... Where did my pickaxe go? I may have dropped it whenever being a little bit afraid of those guys. Well, it was just an iron pickaxe, so it's really not that big of a deal. Let me see how far I can get with just the hammer and the excavator. This is going to be a pain because of how the blocks are broken, but I should be able to manage. I probably need to look up for hellfish how fast you could be mining before they actually appear. Might as well grab all of the nether quartz that I can find, because I will need quite a bit of that. See if I can do this without breaking the hive, because I might use the bees later. Don't know what my plan is around bees, so let me just try to tiptoe around that a little bit instead of breaking it. Alright, so how do I get across here in a safe way? As long as my shift can handle this, and I I don't release it, I should be fine. If I go through here more often, I'll probably create a little guide rail just to make it a little bit safer. But since we're crossed, I don't want to do any more than I have to with the edge. Let's see if I can get up to the surface here, see what we have. Soul sand. Try not to dig straight up too much. There we go. And there's also witherwort. So yeah, right there. You can see witherwort. I think it's fine if you touch it. I don't want to test it right now. But whenever you pick it, at least, or harvest it, it will actually give you the wither effect. So that was kind of annoying. And I might as well grab some of this while I'm here too. Probably don't need too much of it right now, but it's probably good to have. See if I can get an even stack. Yeah, it's probably good enough since I can't reach the other. Alright. Might be able to see the beehive from here. Maybe not. Might be at a different Y level. Can't tell if that's lapis or cobalt. Because of the shape of the blue, it looks more like lapis. But I know that this is ardite. So let me not die here. Create a little platform for myself. Hit the top of it so that I don't accidentally knock the blocks out from under myself. There we go. And that's lapis for sure. You know, whenever you're close enough, it's easier to tell. I might have to create a staircase upward. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to run into the wall, but that's fine. I know that you can get ladders and stuff, but that only helps whenever you're going down. And that's coal. Another thing to be careful about is with these ores, there's a chance that you'll hear them sizzle like a fuse, and they'll blow up whenever you're close. So you do have to watch out for that. Make sure that you don't die from collecting ores. There's cobalt. Good. So as long as I don't die, this will be a fruitful trip into the nether. Alright. And it really helps that I have fortune on my pickaxe. So I am glad that I created that in between episodes. Alright, so we're pretty close to the top here at Y78. I'll probably skip the lapis for now. Concentrate. Oh, there's one of those beehives. There we go. Yeah, those things are huge. And the bees are very aggressive. So you want to take a careful route around those. Let me check the mini-map, see if there's anything visible yet, and it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to keep traveling, I guess that would be east, through the nether and see if I can come across any kind of structures. If I do, I'll be back. Alright guys, now that I'm at this level, it was a little bit easier. I think I stopped recording maybe just down there. It was only a couple of minutes ago. Travel a little bit further because I can travel faster. There is a fortress over here from what I can see from the mini-map, so that is good news. I should be able to get down there fairly easily. So let me just double check before falling to my death. Hopefully there's a platform here that I can get to easily. I don't know how thick this little platform is. It doesn't look very thick, so I might have to figure out some way to get down there. That is a long drop, and I don't have long fall boots. So let me come over here. Let me just break through some of this and see what I can find. At least there's not the hot sand under here. Oh, but those things, I do not like you. Get away. I'm gonna die. So this is where I'm going to run. Try to eat a little bit. Don't die, don't die. Do not like you guys. Get away. Whew, that was close. It's a good idea to know an escape route. So if I didn't know that this top was fairly large, I could have backed into lava very easily. So I am going to regen my health real quick, eat a little bit. I still hear them. I do not like those guys. A little bit more scary popping out at you than silverfish is. Because at least with silverfish, it kind of gives you a little warning based upon how long it takes you to mine through the block. But I don't think there's any warning with hellfish. Try to come over here. I do not know where that's coming from. It might be like, I don't know if you can hear it on the recording, but it sounds like it's underneath some of the soul sand. So I'm going to try to be careful going forward. Try not to disturb any more of them. Don't think they pop out with any of this tainted soil or soul sand, so I should be good there at least. I'm hoping that this platform is going to get low enough to the nether fortress to actually reach it, but I don't think it's going to be. And that is not where I wanted to dig. I want to make this optimal as possible. Yeah, this is not... Well, there's a tree right there. Don't know if it's a good idea, but I could probably try shimmying down that tree. So let me break this apart a little bit more. Well, I know that I could at least build around it, so I can build a makeshift stairwell. Let me get up here real quick, break that off. That way I don't go out too far, fall to my death, because I really do want to get down to this fortress and see if I can scout out any blazemen. I know that it's safe enough to jump down now, but I want to make sure that the staircase is at least an escape route whenever I need to get out of here. There we go. Guess I didn't need that one. There we go. Good. And rather than relying upon leaves, I am going to build this up a little bit. These are really cool trees, by the way. The bloodwood. They grow upside down, which is cool on its own, but I think the wood looks really good too. If this is what I'm thinking it is. So there's no guide rail, so I do need to be able to get up here without falling. And I might as well do that. Cool. So now I have a way back. So let me get down into the fortress and see if I can find what I came here for. Try to get out of the nether as quick as possible. I do not like being in here, as you could probably tell. It is a lot more dangerous with the modded Minecraft survival. Oops. I will leave that since I don't have a normal pickaxe. Alright. So let me zoom in. Oops, wrong way. Looks like majority of the fortress is this way. Armor still looks decent. Don't have any enchantments or anything. I hear you. Do not know where you're at, though. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, probably back off. And that is not safe, so I'm going to block that off. That's just death waiting to happen. Well, it's just a long fall. At least it's not lava in there. Eat a little bit. Might have to turn the sounds down a bit. Just those guys are a little loud. Not sure if this is a good idea. But I do want at least a few blaze rods. I think that, let me get away for a little bit, look at NEI, because I think you can multiply these if you were to use the mimicite. Yes, so all we have to do is at least get one, and then we can use the mimicite to duplicate. So that's probably the plan that I'm going to stick with for now, until I have enough materials to come back in here, better armor to be able to fight them properly. And see what else is here. Don't want to have any surprises. Might as well connect this, just in case I need another escape route. I want to lure one of them out here. It's easier to fight one of them than it is a whole group of them. There's one. Retreat. I got one blaze rod. That's probably good enough for me now. I will just stick with cloning with mimicite. So my trail is back here. So I am going to check my cobalt and ardite. I only got one ardite. I was hoping for a little bit more. Maybe I'll find some on the other way back, but for now I'm going to head out of the nether and back to my base. While going out of the nether, I realize that there's quite a bit of mimicite in the nether, just sitting there waiting to be grabbed, so I'm going to grab that because of the fact that I'm going to be using it to basically clone the blaze rods. I think that would be a good source of it right there. I have found some in the caves, but probably not enough to justify the amount that I need to clone. So as soon as I find a little bit more, I am going to call it good and make it back to the base. Okay, I made it back to the base and it's probably a good thing because I ran out of food. But I was able to find a little bit more than a stack of Mimikite just in the nether. Probably helps that I do have a Fortune 3 hammer. So let me see, what was the recipe for this? I think it was just 4, yep. So I am able to get at least 16 from that. Just have to do this over and over and over until I have it all. Alright, so now I have 17. That's actually a really good start. I didn't mind using all of the Mimikite. There's plenty around here, so it seems kind of cheaty. I don't know if it's really a great way to do that, but I'm not gonna argue with it. I think it's a good start. So let me see what it would take to create an ender tank. Alright, so I need just 4 blaze rods, and because I need 2 ender tanks, I'm going to need 8. I need a lot of obsidian, or just 4 obsidian, a couple of wool, depending on what color that I want, and I think I have the ender pearls up in here, and I do. Alright, so let me grab my bucket. I need to probably go grab some more lava down in my mines, but I'm going to grab a couple of obsidian. I'm not sure how full you can get this. And I know the vat is a multi-block structure, so if I create 3 more of these vats, and if I remember right, it was just 7 copper, I should be able to fill this even further and have more of a production of that. And I think you can also create fish oil and stuff like that, but I'm not too worried about any more of the mariculture at this time. I just like it for the obsidian generation. Alright, that is going to take a little bit. I don't know if it stacks in there. I guess we can test it out. If anything, I just lose a couple of buckets of lava, so that's not such a terrible thing. And I need iron. I just have the 4 in here. I know that I have a couple of blocks of iron in this chest. There we go. That'll be enough to create the... It's not cauldron, is it? Yeah, cauldron. Keep getting that confused with the crucible that you make with Thaumcraft. And let me just stick that there for now. And what else did I need? I needed wool. Well, I don't know if it had a problem with that or not. So let me just keep letting that go. But I have the 4 that I need for 2 ender tanks. So let me go ahead and add those in here. Just get the recipe started. So I need 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and move this out of the way. Alright, and I got those. Let me grab my ender pearls. And this is why I need an AE system, because I do not have room for anything else at the moment. I am completely full on my inventory, and I don't want to create too many more chests because I'm already lost as it is. I think that goes on the bottom. And wool. I do not know my wool situation. I do have white. I could create wool with cotton, I believe. Yes, I can. So now it's a matter of what color do I want the ender tanks? Probably white to start out with. I can always change it later. So let me see. Might have a different color on it to indicate lava, input and output. But that should do it. I have my ender tanks. So let me put those down and let me find some dyes, and I'm going to color them and I'll be right back. If you swim around the coastlines, you might see some of these coral reefs, and this is actually a really good place to find different colors, because all of these coral can be converted into dye. So let me break this, and apparently my hammer can only break one at a time. But if I put this in here, you can see that it turns into orange dye. So I'm actually going to use the colors blue, orange, green for my lava input. I'm using blue just for mine because there are other people on the server, and that will prevent from any kind of conflicts with different types of fluids. So let me grab, well, I guess I only needed two, but I do need green, and I can use lapis for the blue part. Is there any green? Because I have not found any cacti. I haven't found any deserts, so I am kind of running low on green. I know that there's probably those green dye trees, and that's another good source of the green dye, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have any luck here. So I'm going to, my base is right there. I'm going to explore this way and see if I can find any cacti. I have not been very far away from my base. The coral that I got was right here. My base is right here. Traveled a little bit down south and I found a village. So hopefully they have something decent in here. I do hear villagers. There's carrots, but I think I already have carrots and I didn't make it. So let's see if there's any good chests, any kind of tinkered construct. Oh, this should have a chest in it. I found a Thaumonomicon, so this might be a sign that I need to start some of the Thaumcraft stuff. I do not have inventory, but I can get rid of this netherrack. So let me go ahead and do that. I do need that shard for some point, so let me just get rid of the things that I don't need. And see how large this village is. From the mini-map, it's actually quite large. So this one, even though it's in water, there might be quite a bit of stuff here. I don't know if anybody else on the server has found this yet. I don't see any blocks placed indicating that somebody climbed up in here, so maybe it's still good with any kind of loot. Redstone alloy. That will be useful. I don't know what this is used for, but I should probably pick it up for now. And that is good. I probably should have emptied my inventory before coming on this trip. I wasn't expecting to find an actual village. I could probably talk to the villagers later to see what they have to offer as a trade, but I'm on a mission right now. I need to find some green dye so that I can start pumping some lava out of the nether. So I might have to just come back to this in a later episode. It's really close to that taint biome over there, so hopefully it doesn't spread over here. But without the chunks loaded, it should be fine. So I'm going to keep searching this direction, see if I can find a desert or anything that'll give me green dye. Not too far from the village, I found one of these. I just came up to it. I think this is one of those, what is that mod called? The roguelike. I think it's called the roguelike dungeons. This doesn't seem very big. Chest. Well, there's some armor with unbreaking 1, fire protection. Not that great. I already got iron. I might strip those enchantments off later. And here's a journal. Forest. Out on our own base, monsters everywhere. Was such a marvelous home. Our stuff is still down there. We're running out of food and have to leave soon before the tower is taken over as well. Graymark, February 28th, 2014. Oh, so that's this year. So roguelike dungeons. Yep. So I was right. Well, it does say our stuff is still down there. What does it mean by that? Might as well grab some of the fish. Only in Minecraft would you open up a chest and start eating the stuff out of it. Kind of gross if you think about it. Oh, there's staircase down. How far does this go? I don't know if I want to do this right now. I might have to come back to it. Oh, it's kind of large down here. Oh, what do we have here? Oh yeah. I am definitely going to come back. That looks like a trick. You're going to go out there, try to eat some of the cake, and somebody is going to kill you. I want to do it now, but I can't. I will put a waypoint at this location, and I'll definitely have to come back in the next episode or two to explore the roguelike dungeon. I haven't seen any of the other ones. This is the first one that I've seen, so I don't know how rare these are. So let me come in here, mark it. Looks like taint is all the way around here. So I'm going to call this first dungeon, because it's our first dungeon that we're going to explore. And I still need to find that dye, and I'll be back. After traveling a long distance and not finding any cactus, I looked at NEI and realized that with kelp, you can create green dye from it. But that requires a blacksmith's anvil, so let me create one of those. I don't know what it's going to take. I think I also need to create a hammer. So this is going to require at least 3 nether bricks. Fortunately, that's how many I collected while I was in the nether. So I went down, refilled my lava in the portable tank, and I think I just add these. I don't know if I can add too many. I don't know. Looks like I added them all to the vat that's completely full of lava, and this will give me burnt bricks. Okay. So then just construct that with some iron bars. That gives me 1. So let me create some iron bars real quick. I have enough in my inventory. I think this might be enough. So let me split this between them. So I need 3 of those. I guess I only need 3, so that's fine. Just grab 1 from each one of these. Oops, didn't grab that one. There we go. See if any of these burned. I don't have inventory space. Let me grab, I don't know, let me just push everything in here for now. Empty some of my inventory so that I can grab some of these burnt bricks. There we go, there's 2. So this does take a little bit. It's not exactly the fastest thing in the world, but I think that's the only way to create the burnt bricks is using the vat. So if I started with nether brick, that would have taken half the time, but I didn't have any of that. I think I could have smelted the netherrack. Yep. But that's fine. This should at least wield enough. I had some extra clay, so I decided to go that route. So 16 seconds per brick. That's actually a long time. I might have to cut and come back. Otherwise, we're going to be waiting a while. Alright, so after waiting a really long time for these, I think I have enough to actually create the tools that I need. So there's the anvil, and if I remember right, this one for the hammer, just like that. Yep, there it is. I wasn't thinking that I would be doing any more of the mariculture today, but it looks like this is going to be how I'm going to get this. I'm not familiar. Oh, apparently I just hit it. Oh, there we go. Well, that was painless. So let me grab one more. That way I can dye both of them. There we go. Hopefully it's the same dye. It looks a little different, but it does look like the same color here. Alright. So now we have the two ender tanks that we're going to use to pipe lava in from the nether, so I can power some machines. I did create a lava generator just to see what that was going to look like. And it does look like it takes about 4 buckets of lava. I don't know how much RF it produces. Lava generator. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. So we'll have to see how much energy it actually produces. I might have to create a few of these. I was just going to go with the extra utilities for my power, just until I come up with some other power mechanism. But I think that's going to do it for today. Next episode, we're going to go ahead and create a pump so that we can go into the nether, grab some lava, put it in this ender tank, and then we'll be able to transfer the lava from the nether to the overworld, and we can start our power generation for our applied energistics, and that will help us with all of our storage problems. So for now, I want to thank you for watching, and if you could hit the like button below, it'll really help me out. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit subscribe, and maybe leave some comments in the section below. So for now, I want to say goodbye.